Oh, welcome to another episode of Farmer James, Vermont Mountainside Beekeeping. And folks, yesterday I was out here cleaning out my bottom boards of bees. Oh, bees are bouncing on me as they're flying around this wind. That's why I jumped. It startled me. I'm not afraid, but quite a surprise. Got bees flying all over. So yes, I spent the day yesterday trudging through the snow, and hey, welcome. Another episode, Farmer James, Vermont Mountainside Beekeeping. And I'm just bouncing through the snow, trying to see what's going on with my bees. As I've cleaned out many of the bottom boards, I'm getting colonies that are flying about. And that's a good sign. I'm glad to see. So, all you new folks, this is what I do in Vermont. This is what I do and how I winterize my bees. And I'm seeing a lot of flight. I'm seeing flight from colonies I did not think was alive that are alive. So yay, happy day. As you can see, I'm happy. And hey, welcome. How do we do? Farmer James, beautiful day. 48 degrees, very sunny, as you can see. Beautiful day in Vermont, mountainside beekeeping. Big smile on my face. Seeing a lot of flight out of hives that I clean out bottom boards for them, trying to get out. So yes, a lot of flight. So yeah, let's just enjoy this site because I'm enjoying it. Some success from the genetics, the Carniolans I got last year. Just the queens to try and see how they would do. A lot of the traits that I'm seeing are a sure sign that those traits are good. And yeah, a lot of flight. And I do have some board that is down, but it doesn't seem to interfere. And as you can see, it really isn't interfering. A lot of bees coming out doing cleansing flights all across, and yeah, I need to get that board out because it's blocking but not doing a lot of interference, as the flights are showing me what I wanted to see. So as you can see down on the bottom here, where I thought was a dead out, it's not a dead out. There are bees flying in and out of all of these colonies, going all the way across. And yeah, even up here, folks. So these Carniolan bees are showing me they are done what I really wanted them to do, which is winter well here in Vermont. Traits what I really love. These are all deeps, supers, and then some deeps and doubles in the rear. So out of most of these colonies, I will succeed. Yay! And yep, a lot of defecation flight, a lot of cleansing going on. So that's, oh yeah, let me just stumble through this very deep snow. Snow is still up past my feet. Snow is still up past a lot of these bee boxes. And I'm just out here checking out the cleansing flight. I cleaned out the bottom boards of most of these hives, well, all of these hives yesterday, as you could see in the footprints. And as I could see what I thought were dead outs, well, some really are dead outs, or maybe it's still too cold for a cleansing fight. But nice to see, very happy to see that most of my hives are flying. And it's breezy out here as I look down at myself falling through the snow, trying to identify the bees that are taking flights, identify colonies that are not. Obviously, some of the debris from the dead outs really wasn't a lot. As you can see, it looks like a lot, but bees are coming out. Yay! They colonize well in small deeps. Well, what do I mean? Basically, these mutt blaying of the carnies. These are pure carnies, I should say, and they're not mutts. They've survived the winter, and I'm very happy to see what I'm seeing. That's why I'm being very happy and joviant, as well as this box right here is a split I did last year of a queen cell. So yay, very nice. But bees are flying. They're flying in and out. It's nice to see. I'm happy to see these pure carnies here. This one hive right here has been a very, very strong hive overall. And just across the row, as you can see, all these bees here are very strong as they do their cleansing flight. And as you see, I cleaned out a lot of the dead bees. So very nice clustering. So I'm very happy with these traits so far. And so far, I'm going to have a really nice time seeing how they do, as we still have a lot of winter left. So I'm kind of glad I did get out here before the weather warmed up to a little bit more than what it is. Like I said, folks, it's about 48 degrees and it's breezy. And yeah, hey folks, welcome again. Farmer James, Vermont, Mountainside Beekeeping. You see my setup of rigid foam insulation and stuff like that, where I really took care of making sure I had the backside of these hives done. And why don't you like, subscribe, let me know what you think, what's going on in the neck of your woods. Up here in Vermont, we just got cleansing flights going on. And that's about really what's going on right now. So that's a good sign that I got survivor. Whether it's the double nukes that are out in the far distance, or basically deadouts that I'm still questioning whether they really are dead. But today it's in the 40s and bees are buzzing all around me. Yeah, I'm ducking and diving. So yeah, let me know what's going on. Like, subscribe, and welcome to all you new folks to Farmer James Vermont Mountainside Beekeeping. So hey, let's take another look at these survivor bees. So a lot of springtime birds. I see some good cleansing flights with hives that I did not think was going to survive. So very, very happy to see these bees flying about. They're bouncing off me. They're bouncing all through the air. Cleaning as they've held up their waste for days and days. And over the next few days, folks, it's supposed to be in the high 40s and also in the 50s. And as you can look through the aisles, it's still a lot of snow, as you can see on the back side of these hives. And you don't see much on the front because underneath these 4x4s, which you can't see because of all the snow, is a really nice cavity of air. And maybe on the back row you might see over here that nice cavity underneath. But yes, I'm just looking at a lot of flight. I'm very happy to see that flight. And these are pure carnies in the back, except in this row here. These are overwintered 2-3 year Vermont stock. And these are the double nukes, which are doing quite well. So we have some splits also over on the very far end. These are pure carnies and these are splits of the front row of the ladies over here, where I've made some splits. But here, pure carny, a split. So I'm seeing about, I would say, maybe one dead out of these two, and one dead out of these two, and out of these row, and of this row, maybe 3-4 dead outs. But everybody else seems to be flying about. So very happy. Good. I'm very happy with the genetics. These carnies do survive pretty well from what I see, based on what I see, which is good flight, good cleansing flight, good return, I guess, to the hive. They don't seem to be bothered by the temperature too much. It is a very sunny day, very windy day. I believe today is Vermont, March 9th, I believe. I may need to be corrected, and I'll write that down or type it in to make that correction. But it is a Sunday, first weekend in March, first day of daylight saving time, so I might be March 8th. But anyway, it's Sunday, 48, 49 degrees, windy, very sunny. Bees are doing their cleansing flight. They're mostly the Carniolans that are out. Very far are the colonies I made from making splits of Vermont mutt bees, Russian Carniolan mutts. But these are mostly pure Carniolans going across here, as well as on this row right here is a split I made. So we have a little bit of everyone out flying about. But yeah, right now I see mostly Carniolans, and yes, I'm ducking and bobbing and weaving as I watch these ladies do their first real strong flight, and also strong identifier for me what's going on. And I see some strong activity with a couple colonies. This one colony right here has been the strongest out of them all, but these are all the first cleansing flights of all the rest. Got to move that foam board out of the way, but it's really not distracting them from doing what they do. And I'm really not seeing much activity from the other hives. But again, like, subscribe, let me know what you think, folks. Let me know if you like my setup. You got any questions about my setup? Again, these are, single deeps with either a double deep and or a medium. And I did some experiments to see what hives would suit better, and it seems like I'm getting a little bit of results from everything. Yeah, Farmer James, how's it going, folks? Vermont mountainside beekeeping, just trekking through this deep snow as I fall about, as I talk to you about my carnies, my Russian Vermont bees. I'm a natural beekeeper up here, try to do things naturally. I try to, do supplemental feed with natural feed, the best feed I could get for these bees, these mountain bees. I don't try to treat unless it's really absolutely necessary to keep the mite load down, but these are mostly treatment-free bees that I'm propagating. Well, then I'm just, keeping going. So, yeah, like, subscribe, let me know. This is Farmer James, Vermont mountainside beekeeping. Hey, look at these bees just flying about. All right, yeah, Farmer James, just enjoying a day, just watching the bees bounce around. I'm just watching the bees do what they do, enjoying the cleansing flights, enjoying what I'm going to be having fun with. Yeah, folks, this is a March day, early March. Farmer James, Vermont beekeeping. Be well.